Hello, everybody. Nice to see you guys. Oh my gosh, Juanson. Look at those roses. Oh, God. Gotta love Juanson. Nice to see you, sweetie. Hello to Zach. Hello to my beautiful angel, also Lilith. So, let's go and see what I've got coming out into the questions. It is nice to see you guys tonight. Welcome to the live. We're going to start off with Aki, followed out by Ramadana and Paula. How long is it going to last? You had it urgent on her voicemail. Will she reply to your message? Okay, so let's start off over here with Aki. A note, the blunt deck, and then I get to pick. Perfect. Let's put at 1 minute for a timestamp, and well, let's go for it. So let's go and see. I hope everybody had a beautiful day. I was supposed to have an extra hour of sleep today, but I never got it because my little dude woke up, you know, at the exact same time he usually does wake up. But that's what happens when you have kids, right? You never really get extra time to sleep. So let's go see what I've got coming on over here. Here we go. Let's just go over here. Let's do that. And let's go for it. So the blunt deck. All right, here we go, my beautiful. I am going through somewhat of an awakening, if you will. I'm a little bit undecided at this moment. I need some time to think this through. I feel as though I cannot be rushed through it. I feel as though we're a little bit on hold, but I'm coming back. I am coming back towards you. I need to have a little bit more fun into my life. I want you to know that I'm not quite stable right now, but I need time to fix this. And I have not forgotten about you. I still do want to date you. Let's put this over here. I'm going to go and see the little Cupid deck. You used to ask for that every once in a while, so let's go for it. I'm just going to scroll on down at the same time so I keep track. Oh, there you go again, Juanson. Juanson, I don't know if I ever told you, but one of my favorite flowers is the red rose altogether. My favorite color being red. I have into my bedroom a huge frame, and all it is a really close-up picture of a beautiful red rose, and I've had it for like 10 years now. I just love roses. I do. Red, particularly. So that being said, you just kind of lighten up the chat is what you're doing. Let's go and find out. You need to know she's going to reach out and answer your message too. All right, I got you, Paula. I'll be with you momentarily, sweetie. So when you hold my hands, Aki, my insecurities, they all just kind of disappear. I feel as though we should be carefree about the outside world and really just kind of focus on us. I wish that you could understand how I do feel at this moment. Whereas, oh no, Zach, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I do have my dish of flowered candies. I did not bring them down, honestly. I didn't even think about it. Oh my gosh, I'm so mean. I still have my pineapple water. Do you want my pineapple water? I have no candy. I have no chocolate. I have nothing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hello, Alina. Nice to see you. Yes. And witchery and shenanigans. I know, right? Hello, Alina. So my love for you is absolutely unconditional. And I've had a strange feeling that I've actually met you into my dreams before, into the past. And I want you to know that even though we're not together at this moment, your energy, it absolutely heals me. What has been going on, my beautiful Alina? Chit chat away. We are listening, sweetie. What has been going on? You wanted the starburst, right? I'm so sorry, sweetie. I'm so sorry. I'll try to think about it tomorrow. I'll try. I don't usually bring candy into my altar. I don't. Spirits are not much for candy, quite frankly. They kind of like more of the fruits. Okay. For the moment, it is just a little bit easier to stay away. I want you to know that I am in a much better headspace, though, right now than what I used to be. Please forgive me, Zach. Please forgive me, sweetie. I need a little bit more time to figure things out. You are special to me, even though maybe sometimes I've even told you something otherwise. I want you to know that for me, you are a beautiful angel. You'll take a green apple, a Granny Smith apple. I don't have any green apples. I've got Macintosh apples. Is that okay? But they're into the next room. Yeah, they're not into my office. You're so demanding, Zach. Oh la la. Whew. Can you not go for some type of potion? Can I not give you a potion instead? Oh, thank you, Juanson, for giving those. Oh, and what a beautiful green apple that is. Yeah. Oh, yeah, lemon and salt, right? Now, I'm not for the salt. The salt into the fruit is not my thing, guys. Thank you for all that you do for me. I want you to know that I am quite supportive of you. And it means so much to me that, you know what? You do believe in me. I want to be able to provide for you. When I am not around you, I get quite sad. If the apple's red, you don't want it? Seriously? Oh gosh, you're so picky. Then I've got nothing for you, Zach. I've got red apples. That's what I want to pick. We don't have green apples who grow onto our trees. We got red ones. You're too complicated, Zach. You're too complicated of a customer. I don't want you to be with anybody else. I want commitment with you. I just don't quite want it at this very moment. I want you to know that you will hear from me soon. I never meant to hurt you. It was never you. It was truly just me. And I really hate not communicating as much as I would like to. Sending you so much love, my beautiful Lucky. You want to know why he kept coming to look at you, and then you worked together in an awkward silence for like an hour until he cut his finger. Oh, that's not good. And you tried to give him a Band-Aid, and he's like, no, it's okay. Okay. Oh, the red apple is a wishing apple. Yeah, that's a beautiful way of doing it. You like your apple sour. Oh, no, Zach, you're missing knowledge in apples, my sweetie. There are like at least 10 different varieties of apples. Some are for cooking, some are for, baking, some are for jellies and compotes and pies, some are for eating, some are extremely sour. Honestly, the Honey Crisps are absolutely fantastic. You need to try a Honey Crisp apple. You will see that it is red and green. It is crunchy. It is a really big apple. And it's got just a little bit and that perfect tanginess to it. It is fantastic. Try it, sweetie. Oh, flavored with candies. Flavored with Starburst, right? That's what it is. Okay, I don't have that. But if I can say, you must try the Honey Crisp. Please do. If you're able to get a Honey Crisp apple, go for it. That almost sounded like a Honey Crisp ASS, didn't it? But I did not want to say that. It was a slip of the tongue. Yeah. Let's go see for Ramadana. Raymond feeling towards you after seeing you at the show last night. The lady apples are good too. You say got some. Well, they're tiny and they look like huge grapes. That's interesting. I have horrible apples upon my tree. I have an apple tree in front of my house. It's the only tree I have. And they're horrible. They are tiny. They do look like maybe that's what it is. They are so sour. They're not, you can't eat them. Honestly, my dog eats them. All right. They're so sour. Yeah, I know, right? Ooh, yeah. You've had Honeycrisp before, but they ain't got nothing on the granny, right? You like the granny. I got you. Okay, so Ramadana, Raymond's feelings towards you after seeing you at a show last night. Yeah, you send me a picture and I'll see if it looks anything like the tree that I got in front of my house with those little apples. They end up falling out of the tree and they just end up like rotting because they are so sour. I know some people make jam with them, but I don't have that patience. No. Don't have the patience and don't have the time. I let Gaia take those apples right back to her and I feed the earth with it. But please do send me a picture. I do want to see what these apples look like. Okay, so Ramadana, Raymond's feelings towards you after seeing you at a show late last night. I feel as though it is a difficult choice. We're a little bit stuck into a position where we're wondering, do we go back? Do we not go back? What exactly is it that we should be doing? I feel as though we are so curious about what it is that you are up to, what you are doing. I feel as though at this moment, we're still going to stay into the position of resting, relaxation, a little bit of retreat. Therefore, he's not necessarily moving on forward, wanting openings and wanting a bunch of things happening, but you have definitely given him the need and the want and the desire to want and to think about, hey, should we start over again? What should happen within this connection? Should we move on forward? I feel as though the doubt is there into his mind. He's thinking about it more and more and more. But still, I feel like at this moment, as much as you have given him the need by him seeing you of wanting to start off again because he does miss you and he does love you and he does care for you, he's still a little bit sticking into the position of, I'm not going to do anything at this moment, but you definitely did tempt him. Oh, yeah, right? You have grapes with you and sea salt. Oh, Lilith, I don't know. We don't get along fruit-wise. We don't. I like my stuff either salty or fruity, but not fruity and salty. Although, the only thing I like that is salty and sugary would be, I love the caramel, sea salt caramel. I love sea salt caramel ice cream, sea salt caramel chocolate. That is my only exception I make within salt and sugar. Candied grapes. No, I've never had candied grapes. I've never even heard about the thing altogether. Ramadana, wishing you a lovely evening, sweetie. It is nice to see you. My beautiful Paula, what is going on? I know a lot is going on into Alina's life over here, but what about you? What is up to it? You have been contacting Leo because you have something urgent? So is the ex-girlfriend Leo happy and dating? Let's start off by going to see if she's happy and dating. Yeah, you too, right, Lilith? Kind of wondering what the heck candy grapes are, right? I can think about a lot of different things that I'm not going to talk about again because I will not be into the YouTube policies. Hello, my beautiful collective souls. How are you doing, sweetie? I get it, Zach. Oh, well, that is so interesting. Candied grapes. You've had drunk fruit. Well, there you go. Drunk fruit salad soaked in sangria. Oh, well, yes, of course. That is all good. It's dangerous. Oh, yeah, it's so dangerous to have drunk fruit. You gotta love drunk fruit. I've never even heard of anybody say drunk fruit before, but I like it. It makes it sound a little bit more soft, doesn't it? It makes it sound like you're eating fruit and you're kind of getting drunk along the way, but it's not because you're drinking too much. All right, let me go and see over here what I've got. So, Paula, is your ex-girlfriend Leo, is she happy and is she dating? Oh, it is such a real, oh, collective souls. What happened to you today, sweetie? I know, do tell, right? Grapes and sangria. Wants to know everything. He wants to know the tea onto this now. Yeah, you call it drunk fruit. First time I've ever heard that. I absolutely love it. Imagine telling that to a cop. I only had drunk fruit. I'm so sorry, police officer. It was just drunk fruit. Yeah. Okay, so that being said, yes, it's all good, Apollo. It's all good, sweetie. So is your ex-girlfriend Leo, is she happy? I'm gonna say, is she ultimately happy? She's not happy, but she's not unhappy. I'm gonna say that she's okay. I feel as though she does once in a while talk with some people. Does she necessarily date anybody? I don't feel like she's dating anybody at this very present moment, but I do feel as though she does talk with other people. Is she happy? I'm not going to go to the way of saying that she's happy. I'm actually going to have to say, and I'm sorry, I'm going to switch up decks because I know you like the other one. I'm not going to say that she's happy. I'm going to say that she is okay. She's moving on forward in life as best as she can. She still feels as though she's a little bit stuck within a lot of different things that are really just going through her mind. She's got a lot of desires. She's got a lot of wants, a lot of things that she would like to have. She doesn't know how to go and get them. And I just kind of feel like her mind sometimes is a little bit all over the place. So it's difficult to really just kind of stabilize yourself and put yourself onto one idea. Yeah, no, she's interested in some people. She has been seeing some people every once in a while, talking with some people, but she's not into a relationship is what I want to say. So, is she into a relationship? No. Is she happy? Not excessively. She's okay, though. She's doing okay. I feel like she's working through whatever issues, she personally has herself, and she's moving on forward. So, is she happy? I'm going to say she's okay. Happy is too big of a word. Is she dating now? I do feel as though she did, she does chit-chat with a lot of people. She has met a person or two, but she's not into a relationship. So how long is it going to last? She's not into a relationship, so I will not answer that one. You're going to wonder, is she going to be replying to your message? Let's go see. No, she's not into a relationship at this moment. I will validate all of this with our pendulum in just a few moments, sweetie. Oh, I'm so sorry, my beautiful collective souls. I get you, sweetie. I know. It's just like a little bit more of a closure, of a closing, right? Something that we already knew, but it's... I'm sending out a big hug to you, sweetie. These moments, these days, these hours, these minutes, they just kind of seem as though they never really finish, right? But at some point, I promise you, my beautiful collective soul, you're going to wake on up. You're going to have a brand new perspective. You're going to love your life. You're going to love yourself. And you're going to start looking towards the future. And you're going to see nothing but positive. But I know at this moment you're not seeing it. But I promise you, you're going to see it really, really soon, sweetie. You just got to get through whatever you're going through at this moment. It is horrible. But I promise you, you'll be feeling better soon. Yes, I know. So she probably won't contact you because I think you're saying guilty, but you wrote quilty, which I think is kind of cute, Paula. Let's go see. Is she going to reply back to you? My lovers is telling me she's not even thinking about it. Four of Swords also. The Fool is telling me she's not jumping on back in and she's staying stagnant. So is she going to reply to you for the moment? I'm going to say no. I will say no for the moment unless she decides to change her mind somewhere at some point. I'm going to have to say no onto that one, my lovely. Let me validate all of this with our pendulum. I'm going to go and see Alina after. So let's go and find this out. What do we have? Let's go over here. And voila. So what do you want to know over here for our beautiful? Is ex-girlfriend Leo happy right now? That's a no. Is she dating right now? That's a no. Is she in a relationship right now? You're staying warm, my beautiful Carrie. It's warm here today. Honestly, we have like 14 degrees out. It is really the weirdest temperature ever. I'm enjoying all of it. Although it was not a nice day outside. It was rainy and not nice whatsoever. I enjoy the fact that it's not snowing and I don't have a white blanket of snow outside. I love that. The further we push off winter, the happier I am. Are you staying warm, though, is the main question over here, sweetie. And how are you feeling, Carrie? I also want to know, is ex-girlfriend Leo, is she into a relationship? That's a no. Is she going to be replying to Paula's voicemail? Will she reply to Paula's voicemail? And that is a no. No, no. No, she's not particularly dating. She's not dating anybody onto a normal basis, if you will. She doesn't have this one person that she's dating and that she sees every week or that she speaks to all the time. There's different people that she is interested into, that she does talk to, but she's not officially dating anybody. She's not officially into any relationship with anybody at this moment. My beautiful Alina, what's going on for you, my sweetie? I'm sorry, my beautiful Paula, that she does not seem to really be replying back to you. Let's go see what is going on. So, Alina, he's staring at you. He's moving on forward. We've got the fence stuff going on. You say, okay. Okay, why did he go to the fence is your first question. What did he think the whole time that you were together into the gym? And is he fighting with his girlfriend? They were also having a baby shower into the gym and he kept smiling at you. All right, a baby shower into the gym. That is kind of odd, isn't it? I don't know. I've never heard of such a thing. That is so strange. Okay, so let's go see. Let's forget about the strangeness of a baby shower into a gym. And let's go see. Let's get straight to the point with Alina. Why did he go to the fence? What was he up to at the fence? Why did he go to the fence? Let's go over here. Why did he go to the fence? I'm moving over to PayPal after, guys, by the way. So why did he go to the fence? Do you guys, by the way, I'm sure that you guys don't have it right away because, well, it's crazy, but who knows? Maybe you do have it right away. And I could probably find the answer myself if I just went on Google. But it's been like a crazy weekend over here. I have not been into any shops. I don't usually go into shops all that much. I order online. But, yeah, it's been like pre-Black Friday kind of stuff. Do you guys have that at this moment, even though your Thanksgiving has not yet passed on by? Because apparently over here at Costco and all the stores, it's been absolutely crazy today. Let's go see. What am I getting over here for our beautiful Alina? Why was he looking? What was up to this? I kind of feel like he's actually having some insecurity and some instability within his relationship at this moment. Now, by looking at the fence, by staring at you, and so on, by the time that you guys did spend together, I still feel like you guys do have that connection. I still feel like he does care for you, but I still do not feel as though he is ready to leave his girlfriend in order to return into a relationship with you at this moment. So yes, there's a lot of instability. Yes, I do feel as though there is, a little bit of fighting that is going on. I just kind of feel like every once in a while he goes on out, he thinks about you, he thinks about, things that could have happened, things that happened into the past. He kind of gets lost a little bit into that moon world, if you will. But I still don't feel as though he's necessarily ready to, move from one relationship to go back to another. So, I'm going to have to say, as you guys were together, hello, my beautiful Katie. Nice to see you, lovely. When you guys were together over there, into the gym and everything, I feel as though we enjoyed. Honestly, I feel like he's trying to be friends with you, Alina. I feel like he's trying to get a little bit closer to you as friends, which would not be a bad thing, because if you guys are able to be a little bit more friends than just people who look at each other every once in a while and just kind of feel uncomfortable, you're just going to get a little bit closer to him. You're getting that beautiful foundation. You're getting that friendship. And when you've got that friendship, you already have that door that's open to whenever he has problems into his relationship. He can get closer to you. He can talk to you. He still has you into his surroundings instead of just being somebody who's walking on by. So I will say I feel as though he's trying to become a little bit more into the friendship zone with you. But I'm going to say things are not perfect with his girlfriend, but he's still not ready to leave his girlfriend at this moment. So this is what I'm seeing for this moment over here. I feel like he wants to become a little bit more friends with you. And this is pretty much his goal that he's going with over here. With him, what's up with, and you say, and girlfriend went out without him. What's up with that? And I just found out that her best friend is your old best friend, who happens to be my ex new girlfriend. Okay, so let's go and see over here. So did he want, you know, is this about wanting to have a baby with you? Let's go and see. I don't necessarily see that at this moment. It was an interesting moment. It's an interesting place to do a baby shower. Again, I have to say, a gym. It's kind of a strange place to do so. Maybe he was feeling like it was a little bit strange altogether. I don't necessarily feel as though he has necessarily wanted to have a child with you anyways at this moment or anything of the such. So I'll say a no onto that one, sweetie. And as for the girlfriend, let's go see about the girlfriend. Why did she leave and he did not leave at that moment? Oh no, Katie, he canceled, sweetie. I would say Jordan was a better pick for you onto Wednesday, but I'll check it out. I'll check it out, sweetie. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to have to say over here, as for her leaving before, I feel as though she had to go. She had to go to work. She had to go and do something that was really not involving him whatsoever. So I'm going to say, really, it's not because she left because she was fighting with him or something bad happened or anything of the such. I just feel as though she had to go on out and it had to do something, had to do with work. And this is why he was not necessarily following her neither. So I'm going to say, sweetie, I feel as though things are moving somewhat into a better direction because I feel as though he is wanting, instead of just kind of looking at each other from far away, he's wanting to be your friend. He's wanting to be closer to you. But this is what I'm seeing for the moment. I don't necessarily see, and hello to my beautiful Sharifa, by the way. Thank you for your donation, sweetie. I don't see as though he necessarily wants to get back into a relationship. But the fact that he wants to become closer, that he wants to become friends, I think is good. I think it is positive. I think it's a really good thing. The closer you get, the better you're going to get. And the closer and the more information you're going to be getting, but more directly from him. He's going to be able to be a little bit open towards you. And who's to say whenever he gets those fights, if he just needs that really big hug coming from you, right? So I say try to be as much as possible into his friend zone if you can. I just feel like it's going to do something good. Oh, he had a prior engagement that he forgot about, right? Hello, my beautiful Shar. How are you doing, sweetie? I will be doing PayPal very shortly, my lovely. I am actually moving over to PayPal at this moment, but I do know that I have a couple people right ahead of you, sweetie. So I'm going to go and answer Katie as I am logging into PayPal. And then I'm going to be moving on forward with the list of PayPal who came in before, guys. So just one moment. And here we go. Hold on just one second. If you guys hear birds, it's a good sign. Here we go. Okay, so, okay, Sharifa, I will be with you quite shortly. I'm going to go see Katie. I'm going to come and see you, and I'm going to come and see Carrie right after, okay? So, my beautiful Katie, first of all, I'm really, 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 really sorry that your date got canceled, sweetie. It's not necessarily his goal, my beautiful Alina. I feel as though he wants to become friends with you. And if ever something happens into the future and you guys are able to be a little bit more than perfect, you're always going to be there. You're always going to be closer one to the other. But I don't feel like it's his goal of wanting to be your friend so that you guys can be together into the future. But I don't feel as though he wants to lose you into his life. And I just think it's perfect if you guys are able to be friends, even though it is not into his plans to be friends, to have a relationship. If anything happens, you're already his friend. You're already there. So why not go for it? But it's not into his plans. Sending you so much love, my beautiful Alina. I know that it's not quite the relationship that you want. I know that he's still with the girlfriend. I know that it's still not what you want, but it is so much better than what it used to be. So good for you, sweetie. I feel like you're slowly moving on forward. By the way, Juanson, I love the orange heart and I love the turkey, sweetie, and that beautiful Canadian maple leaf, I think is what you call in English. Yes, and the squirrel. What's a squirrel about? Why is a squirrel? I get the pie. Where's the squirrel coming on from over here, sweetie? Do you got like a dog or a wolf at the end or a cat? What is that, Juanson? Oh, Juanson, you're hilarious. Oh no, absolutely not, my beautiful Alina. Absolutely not, sweetie. Katie, so your date got canceled. Does Kaylin want to have another date? Let's go and find that out. I feel as though he was just obviously really, really quite stressed. It had absolutely nothing to do with having a prior engagement. Unless he was just so excited to ask you on to date, he forgot he had another engagement. I'm going to go and check it out. I'm going to go see if he's lying to you, sweetie. Hello, Maria P. Nice to see you, lovely. Welcome to the channel, sweetie. So we are with Katie right now. We're moving over to Sharifa. And then we're moving on forward to our beautiful friend, Carrie, who hopefully is staying all beautiful and warm and feeling better. Okay, new beginnings over here. He's actually feeling quite foolish for whatever it is that he has done. Did he have a prior engagement? Absolutely not. He did not have a prior engagement whatsoever. He was just being stressed. So stressed that he felt that he could not meet up with you. He needed to postpone things. He got cold feet is what he did. So is he going to be wanting another date? Absolutely. It's going to be coming somewhat spontaneously. What you need to know over here with Kaylin is that he procrastinates and he is very, very impulsive. He is very spontaneous. When he decides something, it almost like has to be right here into that day. Otherwise, he could get a little bit stressed and he could just kind of postpone things. So maybe next time say, well, okay, why don't we just call each other into Monday, see if we can see each other. And then onto the Monday, you say, okay, perfect. Let's see each other at lunchtime. It's still good for you. He'll say, yes. You say, perfect. Let's meet each other. And then you'll actually meet. Other than that, I feel like sometimes he gets those cold feet where he gets really, he gets afraid is what he gets. He gets a little bit stressed out and he thinks he's not going to be good enough, and then he just ends up pulling his energy away, sweetie. It's not to be mean. Honestly, he truly is interested into you. He was just really, really stressed. I know, right? Oh, he is, Alina. But there's a lot of men out there. There's women too, but there's a lot of men out there who are damn hermits. I get you. Yeah, he got cold feet. I know, seriously. Hello, SB. Nice to see you. And I will check out for Guillermo, my sweetie. Thank you for your donation, my lovely. I'll be with you right after PayPal. I'll be with you shortly. So, my beautiful Katie, I'm going to say yes. Definitely another date. No doubt about it. But yes, this is what I'm seeing. Cold feet from this guy. Let's go and see over here. I am moving on forward to our beautiful friend over here, Sharifa. So here we go. Katie is up next, followed on out by SB. Let's go for it. So my lovely PayPal, here we go. Is he going to come back to you and when? And how is your first kiss going to be? That is so cute. You got him a gift. Something that he lost and you engraved into it. Ah, you're such a romantic, sweetie. I love that. I need you to talk to my boyfriend is what I need you to do. Yeah, I do. Honestly, yes. I feel like romanticism just kind of leaves after a long time. All right, that being said, is he going to come back to you? I love that. I really do, honestly. I've done those things a long time ago. I wrote like beautiful things behind watches that I bought, engraved things and everything. But now I don't buy anything anymore. I was told I can buy my own things if I want something. And I thought, okay, fine. But it's nice to receive a gift, isn't it? And yeah, so I don't buy gifts anymore. I buy gifts for everybody into my life except for my partner. Yes. Because I've been told not to buy anything, so I don't. It took me about 10 years before listening because I'm a stubborn Aries, but that is what it is. So, Shar, that being said, you're absolutely adorable. I love it, sweetie. It is cute. Is he going to be coming back to you? And if so, when? Let's get to your reading and let's go see these answers. I feel as though he is into a moment of self-evaluation right now. He is waiting to move on closer to you when waters are going to be a little bit calmer. That being said, at this moment, he seems to be a little bit into that hermit zone, not being quite ready to make a move on forward, not being quite ready to do something at this moment. I kind of feel like he has had shattered dreams altogether, and he's still a little bit sad. He just, you know what? He kind of feels as though he loves, but he kind of feels like it's only like a one-way love kind of thing, which is interesting because you do love him so very much. So he does have a little bit of some doubts about how you actually do feel towards him. All of this in combination with the fact that he is a little bit into the self-evaluation, wondering what is good for him, wondering what you want with him, if you want anything with him, and so on. He's a little bit procrastinating about the whole thing. So when is he going to be asking you? I do not feel as though he is asking you. And I know you're going to hate me, sweetie, but I'm going to say I don't feel like it's happening until beginning of January. I don't see it before. I just feel like there's too many events, too many things kind of coming on thing, and with that procrastination, that self-evaluation, things are just, he's being a turtle, sweetie. Let's go see how your first kiss is going to be. I know you do. I know. I know, sweetie. Thank you, beautiful SB. What is going on, SB? You seem stressed tonight, sweetie. I'll be with you momentarily. But you never ordered it since... Oh, lovely. All right. Well, let me go and continue over here with our beautiful friend. Let's go and see. Sharifa. Carrie is next, followed out by SB. We'll do all of SB's questions at the same time. Now, how is your first kiss going to feel? How is it going to be, right? And when? So how will your first kiss go, and how was it going to be like, and when? How will your first kiss go? I feel like we're going to be determined. I feel like it's going to be somewhat spontaneous, yet determined. Not coming from you, coming from him. I feel as though there's going to be a lot of temptation, a lot of beautiful addiction. Once we get one kiss, we're going to want a million other ones. I feel as though this kiss is actually going to be revealing a lot of truth, a lot of clarity, a lot of feelings, how we feel about you, what we want from you, how we have been feeling about you. And I just kind of feel like it's going to be that moment of awakening where everything seems to be making sense. Everything that has happened, everything that has gone upon, and all that pain is just going to be worth it at that very moment. So I'm going to have to say it seems to be coming into the second week of January. And you say, how's he going to feel once you give him the gift of the thing that he lost, right? How's he going to feel about that? How's he going to feel when you give him that gift? He's going to feel a lot of desire. He's going to feel absolutely inspired. He's going to feel also, it's going to seem a little bit weird what I'm going to say. He is going to feel, although he is going to feel as though he's got a lot of power. He's going to feel as though everything is just kind of unraveling before him. he is also going to feel somewhat weak. So as much as he's going to feel like he's got so much power and so much strength, like everything is putting itself into its place where it should be, he's going to be feeling quite weak about it, because he is going to be feeling as though it is just one of the most beautiful gifts that he has ever received. And how could you remember? And to say that you have had this all this time is going to be a little bit shocking, a beautiful opportunity, a beautiful awakening, if you will. So I'm going to say he's absolutely going to love it. And let me go and give you some messages from him, sweetie. And here we go into the messages. Again, up next is going to be our beautiful over here. Thank you, Collective, sweetie. Thank you, Maria, also. I will be with you momentarily. Also, my lovely, up next is going to be Carrie, then moved over to SB. Then I will be with Collective, and I will be with Maria. So here we go. Thank you, everybody, for your donations and your beautiful patience. All right, let's go see. You need to know over here that it has always been you, and that everything reminds him of you. He needs you to please wait for him. He wants you to know that he is absolutely terrified of losing you. He also wants you to know that if you see any type of angel numbers, it is him trying to communicate with you. And let me go to this one over here. All right. I hope that you allow me to step up and to turn this around. I must admit that I am longing for your touch and your beautiful, warm embrace. I also want you to know that I am still healing, and I have made so many bad mistakes. I hope that we can have a do-over. Sending you so much love, my sweetie. Let's go and see our beautiful Carrie over here. Thank you, SB, by the way, lovely. Maria, I'll be with you momentarily, sweetie. Thank you so very much. I did not do your reading, but it is your turn right here, right now. So let's go and find this out right away for Carrie, followed out by SB. Carrie. Remember to stay warm, right? It's actually been warm over here, sweetie. Really, it's been like strange warm. So I don't need to. I actually slept with like the windows open. I actually felt like putting air conditioning on today. Seriously, we've been getting like the weirdest temperature ever. That being said, it's not hot when you go outside, but it's like humid. It is strange. So he left you a message and you went online to reply. And then you replied, but he didn't read it and didn't reply for like 15 minutes afterwards, but was still online. So was he on there flirting or trying to see about making you jealous? Let's go see. Some people, Carrie, are horrible at replying, honestly. And it's not always because we thank you, my beautiful collective souls. By the way, I just received an email from you. I'll go and check that out before I do your reading. You know, Carrie, sometimes we think, you know, the worst about a lot of different things because that's just where our mind kind of goes. But honestly, some people just really don't look at their text messages and they don't really answer really on purpose because it is not something that they feel is important to write on back right away. And it goes for everybody. It goes for employees writing back to the bosses. It goes to many different things. So I'm going to say try to not look too much into the actual time that we're writing back towards you, but actually look at the fact that we are writing back towards you, because even sometimes we're online, but we're not really online. I know me, I could be online. I could have logged myself onto a site, let's say Facebook, and I could be on there for all day when I'm really not there. I just left it open onto my laptop, you know. So we do have to be a little bit careful for that. Sometimes we're not really there. So I will say altogether over here, I feel as though, was he flirting? No. Was he trying to make you jealous? Neither. I really feel like he was on there doing some stuff for himself. I feel like he was researching. He was looking at all different kind of things all together, but I do not feel as though he was flirting. So I don't want you to worry about that. And I do not feel as though he was actually trying to, that is horrible weather, Carrie. Oh my God, that is horrible. I feel so sorry for you, sweetie. You're like 30 degrees of difference with me. I have 14 degrees. Oh, sheesh. So I will say it is not a question over here of him wanting to flirt. It's not a question of him wanting to make you jealous. I feel like he was online doing other stuff, but it didn't have to do with neither one of the things that we're talking about for this moment. So I don't really want you to worry about that. I know that sometimes he does try to make you jealous. I know sometimes he does go online for many different reasons, but I don't feel like it was any of them. What is the most wonderful thing that will happen next year for you between Sag and you? I like that question. Let's go see. So what is the most wonderful thing that will happen between you guys next year? So what is the most wonderful thing? Actually, what I'm going to have to say over here, I just feel like it is more closeness. I feel like it is answers. I feel like it is love that is continuing to grow. I feel as though you're actually going to be taking some decisions that are going to be bringing in different planning, different ideas for the future. So I will say the best thing that's going to be happening towards you guys is most likely that beautiful proposal, sweetie. Let me validate these questions with our pendulum before we actually continue. And I will ask our usual questions of pendulum also before we do continue on. So I do want to know over here, was Sag trying to make Carrie jealous? Also want to know, was he online flirting with anybody? Is the proposal going to be the most fantastic thing that will happen into the relationship between Carrie and Sag next year? And I also want to know, is there anything going on with any females at this moment, because Sag is being quite quiet? And onto that, I am getting a no also. So, oh, wait, let me go and see. Does Sag still want a long-term relationship and a long-term marriage, a long commitment with our beautiful Carrie? Does Sag love Carrie? Is Sag cheating on Carrie? Please let me know. Is Sag flirting with anybody? Is Sag thinking about Carrie? Is Sag worried about the future with Carrie sometimes? Okay, I'm sorry, Carrie. It's all these questions that just kind of popped into my mind as I was holding the pendulum. I had to ask them, sweetie. So, okay, well, let's go and see for the other questions that I asked as we were with the pendulum. Let's go see the usual questions. SB, don't go too far. You're up next in just one moment, sweetie. After SB, as I mentioned, I'm moving over to Collective Souls and Maria. All right, here we go. King of Cups followed on out over here by our Magician, sweetie. Does he love you? Does he want to be with you? I have no doubt about it. No doubt whatsoever, sweetie. Does he still want to get married to you? Does he still want to continue into the exact same path? No doubt about it. Does he still have worries though? Yes. Is everything perfect? Absolutely not. But I feel as though we're willing to put the time into. I feel as though we're willing to do what is necessary in order to make this relationship work out. So is he cheating on you? Absolutely not. Is he still wanting to be with you? Absolutely. Is the path a little bit complicated? Yes, no doubt about it. But are we willing to put the time? Are we willing to put the effort into it? Absolutely. So I will say to you over here, are we cheating on you? Absolutely not. We do love you, and we are looking towards that beautiful long-term relationship with you. The proposal is still going to be coming on in, as we mentioned, sometime next fall. Stay warm, my lovely you. That is really, really nippy. You've got cold times, sweetie. Let's go and see over here SB, followed out by Collective Souls and Maria. So here we go for SB. Nice to see you, my beautiful big Cleo. Hello, sweetie. So SB, what are Guillermo's intentions towards you, and what type of person is Guillermo? You met on an app, and will things go any further between you guys? You're here in Florida for school for a few weeks, but you are open. I like that. How are things going to go moving on forward? You decided with yourself you're just going to move on. Haven't told him, probably won't. Okay, let's go see, sweetie. So we are with SB at this moment, guys. Let's go and find out. Thank you for that list, Watson. No, I know your wood stove is still not hooked up. For sure, nobody is coming on over onto a Sunday, right? Hopefully somebody's going to come on by Tuesday, sweetie. Okay, so let's go and find out over here. Hello to Virginia's intuitive energy. Nice to see you, lovely. SB, what are Guillermo's intentions towards you? Let's go and find out. Thank you for waiting so patiently, by the way. 7 of Cups, reverse position. 7 of Pentacles also. 9 of Cups. You do seem to bring some happiness into this person's life anyways. I'm going to say it's a little bit too soon to be holding on, to be thinking about a long-term relationship, but we definitely have sex onto our minds, sweetie. We've got passion. We want things to actually be moving quite quickly. So I'm going to say for the moment, Guillermo's intentions are to be with you physically, sexually. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of wants. There's a lot of desires. Anything else that could come upon, I feel like we want to take it one step at a time. So we're not talking about love. We're not necessarily talking about a long-term relationship, but we're not talking about it neither. It's not that it is excluded into the cards. It is just not something that we're looking at this moment. We want to get to know you more, and we have a lot of wants and desires and passion towards you. So if you want to go out and you want to have some fun, Guillermo could be the man for you. And if you want something more coming on up after, well, I feel as though there could be a possibility. We are definitely not blocked, but it's not what we're looking for at this very moment. The intentions are purely physical. Whatever happens, happens after. You definitely can, yes. And tomorrow is not just a normal it's not just a normal full moon, my sweetie. It is a lunar eclipse, my lovely. And the following lunar eclipse is actually going to be happening in 2025. It is happening anyways where I live. It is happening somewhere between between 4:30 a.m. and 5:30 a.m. for me, where the sky is going to be lit up in all different kind of beautiful colors. It is going to be absolutely lovely, and I will absolutely do that for you, my big Cleo. No doubt about it. It will be my pleasure, sweetie. Please do some manifestations onto your side, because this is a beautiful blood moon. It is a lunar eclipse, and as I said, we're not going to be getting another one until 2025. I definitely will, big Cleo. Do not worry, sweetie. I've got you. Oh no, Carrie, sweetie, you've got to move. It's even colder where you are than where I am. That is not well. SB, what type of person is Guillermo? You met it on an app, right? Let's go see what kind of person he is. Let's go find that out. So Guillermo's intentions are passionate. They're sexual at this moment. whatever happens, happens. As I said, I don't feel as though he is actually closed on anything, but I feel like he wants to take it one step at a time. Let's go see what kind of person he is. I'm meeting on an app. I think it's perfect, SB. Honestly, nowadays, it is the most perfect place to meet, because at least when you go onto an app, you know a little bit what you're looking for. You know if they're interesting physically for you. You know if they have anything that is interesting into their personality. You get to chit chat with them a little bit more. You get so much more information if you just go on out into a bar or a pub or God knows where. I'm going to say I'm all for the apps, sweetie. No problem whatsoever with that. I think things are just more clear with the apps. So good for you. Let's go see over here what I'm getting. Hello, my beautiful Zane. Nice to see you. Last 2 winters with wind chill. Oh, yeah, we get that once in a while too, Carrie. We do, sweetie. But we get that like in January, February, and March. I'm going to have to say over here, our Page of Wands, also getting the Star or 4 of Wands. This is it, What kind of person actually is he? I feel as though he is somebody who is more spontaneous. This is about wanting to do something at this moment. I feel as though you can have great hope. You can have great confidence. This is not somebody who's going to backstab you. This is not somebody who is going to lie to you. I feel as though they are truthful. What they say, you can definitely believe into. I don't feel like they're going to be playing games with you. I feel as though they could be very nice, very caring, very absolutely passionate. I think this is a good person. I like Guillermo. I really do. I feel like this person is quite trustworthy. I feel like you could have a beautiful relation with this person. May it be as, a very good friend, as we could call them, or may it be for a relationship that could go on for a long time. It doesn't really matter which one. I feel as though this person is respectful. I feel as though they are lovely and they are caring. And I feel like you could get really well along with this person. So I will say for the moment, I do like Guillermo. I don't feel, as I said, that they're necessarily looking towards a long-term relationship. They want to take it one step at a time. Whatever happens, happens. If a long-term relationship comes on by, then perfect. But it's not really what they're looking for. This is somebody who is very passionate. Somebody who likes their freedom, though. Somebody who is very optimistic in life. Somebody who's got a lot of hope, and somebody who's got a lot of confidence also. I'm liking this person. I am, sweetie. I do feel like they like to go and they like to have fun too, though. So they do like to be out with their friends every once in a while. Hello, Alex. Nice to see you, sweetie. I hope so, Carrie, for you. It's starting off nippy. And you would like to know over here, SB, you say, are things going to go any more between you and him? I feel like we want to take things one step at a time. If things move on forward into that zone, then perfect. He'll move on forward with it too. But it's not something that he is looking forward towards at this moment. Let me go see what the cards could say about it, if I see any movement towards that. Collective Souls is next, followed out by Maria, by the way, then Big Cleo. Let's get over here. All right. So, I know, right? Seriously. I know. I think Gaia is getting a little bit too excited with that winter, right? Wanting things to freeze over. Okay, so can things really move on forward between you and him at this moment? Thank you, Zane, sweetie. I will say for the moment, I feel like it is more of a nope. This is something, as I said, that is more physical. Whatever happens, happens. We'll move on forward with it. If love comes upon, perfect. We will want that loving relationship. But for the moment, it's one step at a time. This is about being with you physically, passionate, having good fun with somebody that we care about, that we want to be with, but not necessarily looking towards a long term for the moment. And how about things between you guys be moving on forward? You decided with yourself that you're just going to move on, right? And you haven't told him and probably won't. Okay. So, I feel over here that there's a certain moderation. There's a certain patience that is needed. And I feel like we're going to be following a little bit that balance, if you will, a little bit of that harmony and that self-control. I'm going to have to say, I know that you are saying over here, my beautiful SB, that you decide that you're just going to move on. You're not really going to tell him. I kind of feel like it's a little bit of the same thing going on to the other side. Thank you, Zane, sweetie. I'm actually going to have to say over here, thank you for that, Lilith. Yes. I'm going to say it is a little bit of a non-commitment going both ways, a little bit of lack of support. So you're both pretty much going into the exact same direction at this moment, sweetie. So most likely at some point, you're just going to end up, you know, kind of leaving each other just as it is, because you're moving into the exact same direction that he is, but nobody is really telling each other. So I'm going to say things are going to slowly dissipate, slowly delete themselves, if you will. You're going to be moving on forward. Most likely they will move on forward also. And you're just going to be happy into your own place, because you're going to be finding new people, new loves, new interests, new passions. Yeah, that is not exciting, Carrie. I'm so sorry. Do I have a lot of sickness over there with schools? I don't, my beautiful Carrie. I do not, sweetie. Absolutely not. Last week, David felt like he had a cold, which he actually did have for like 4 or 5 days. My kids had it for like maybe a day or two, and it just kind of went away. So nothing. There's nothing going on into our schools. There's no COVID. There's no colds. For us, colds really start into the month of December. When people start gathering for family gatherings and everything, that's where all hell breaks loose. That's where all our emergency rooms are completely filled, because everybody gets sick, because everybody is seeing each other. But until then, we're good for gold, sweetie. So I'm going to say, thank God we don't have any of that right now, my lovely. Yeah. Thank you so very much, my beautiful Lilith. Yes. The shelves are sold out of most. Oh, well, Carrie, no, that's a major problem. We do have that problem, though. We don't have all that many colds, but because of COVID, because of lack of workers, lack of drivers, the importations, everything, that is a major problem. Honestly, you go into the pharmacy, there's missing like half of the products. I have to order some stuff. I have no affiliation with Amazon, by the way, but there are some medications and some things that I must order off of Amazon that take me like a whole month before it gets here. I'm just kind of planning for like wintertime, if you will, because I'm not able to find it onto my shelves. And I've done like 8, 9 different pharmacies, and I just can't find it. And I end up resulting buying, you know, online, because I can't find it over here. I get you, Carrie, but that's because of COVID. That's because of everything that's going on. You too, right, Virginia? I know, sweetie. Everything is just kind of being, but it's the same thing all over the place. Honestly, all pharmacies are like half empty. Children medicine, you can't find it anymore. You know those nose strips, those nasal strips? My kids love them when they have a cold. They can't take Dristan. They can't take anything of the such, but they love the nasal strips because they kind of open up their nasal, you know, the airways. And I was unable to find any. I did like 8 different pharmacies. I went to like 3 different towns, could not find any. I ended up buying some online. And what I was actually sold was completely fake. It was an adult nasal strip. And I'm like, those don't fit on my kid's nose. Seriously. So I still did not get what I needed. But anyways, that being said, it's a problem. It is, sweetie. All right, SB, I'm sending you so much love. If there's anything else I can do for you, please do let me know, sweetie. Oh, you're such a sweetie, Collective Souls. Honestly, you are such a sweetie pie. I love you, sweetie. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh. From all the stress, no, that's what you're getting, reflux, but you woke up, oh, sweetie, then horrible stomach pains, and that's all because of, it's all stress. That's what it is. I know. Oh, let me go see my lovely. I'm so sorry. I feel I know. I'm going to try and do a spell for you, my beautiful collective souls, to try to release the pain, to try to get some healing out of this. I know how difficult, I know how horrible that is. It's just like, it's like a sword that you just kind of put through your heart, right? You don't really know what to do with it, and you're just kind of stuck with that pain, and you don't know how to release it. But I swear to you, sweetie, it's just going to get better. It is. And I know that you don't believe it right now. And we all say things are going to get better. At some point, you're going to see the clarity, but it is so true. At some point, we don't see it when we are into the midst of everything that is hell and horrible. But then beauty comes on back, light comes back on in, and the joy of life is right back with us. Don't give up, my sweetie. I know that you're feeling ill. I know that you're not feeling well. What I could actually say to you is if you're able to do something, sweetie, anything, I will try to do a spell for you. I do white magic, so I will do a spell for you. But if you're able to do yourself, okay, if you're able for yourself to try to wake up into the morning and think about something positive, or whenever something bad comes into your life, a thought comes into your life, something is stressing you out, try to think about something better. Try to pick up maybe a different class. Try to pick up a class if you've been wanting to sing or to dance or to do some arts, to do some pottery, whatever it is that you've been wanting to do that you have not done, that is going to take you out of your routine. This is what I need you to do. This is going to help you to move on forward, to open up new doors, to bring new happiness, and to change your mindset altogether. This is what I need you to do. You got to switch up your routine altogether. And this is going to bring good things coming on in for you. I promise you, sweetie. Yeah, I will do one for you too, my beautiful Maria. I will, my lovely. Yeah, so I'm going to do that for you, my beautiful collective souls. Maria also, but I'm going to do it onto our lunar eclipse, okay, guys? I often do them onto the Sundays, but our lunar eclipse is just absolutely fantastic. It is coming on forward, as I said not too long ago, onto Tuesday, and it's not coming back until 2025, so I'm going to utilize that beautiful moon's energy as much as we can. Yes, you got to shift your energy into something positive. When something bad comes upon, you got to think about something good. You got to try to change your energy, because if this is not the person for you, somebody better is out there for you. Somebody who's going to bring you so much more love, so much more power, so much more strength, and you are not going to feel that pain ever again. But you need to believe into something better that's coming your way, okay? Maria, it is my great pleasure, sweetie. Your spells will be done, my beautiful souls, on to Tuesday. I do them after the live reading. I do them into the evening. So Tuesday it will be done. So let's go and see over here what I've got for you, my sweetie. How are things between P and Leo? Let's go and see that. How are things between P and Leo? Up next, by the way, is my beautiful Maria, which, yes, I will be doing that spell for you too, sweetie. Big Cleo is going to be up after Maria. So how are things between P and Leo? I know. You've got so much love. You've got so much regret. You've got so much of everything going on by, but I don't need you. I do not need you, and I do not want you to bring any of that. Again, my beautiful collective souls, I'm here for you 24 hours out of 24. I might not reply all the time. I do sleep every once in a while. I don't sleep much, but I do. But if you want to write to me, you're feeling kind of low, you're feeling kind of down, you just want to, chat away and tell me how you're feeling, go for it. Okay, please do. I'm here for you at all times, even when I'm not live. Please do reach out towards me, sweetie. What I'm gonna have to say over here for you, from what I can see, what is going on between P and Leo, I don't necessarily feel as though everything is perfect. I do feel as though they are moving on forward. I do feel as though things are, they're okay. They're not good. They're not perfect. They're not fantastic. They're not moving towards marriage or anything of the such. They have some problems. They have some things that they do have to iron on out. Sometimes I do feel as though he does want to walk away, but for the moment, I kind of feel like he still wants to try to give a little bit more energy. He wants to see what is possible within this. I don't feel like he quite wants to give up at this moment. So I will say that things are not perfect, but we're not quite giving on up. So we're still putting some energy into the relationship altogether. So what I need you to do is to not think about this. I don't want you to think about what's going on with them, guys. I want you to think about what's coming on up for you, what is good for you, what you can do, what is going to make you happy. If P comes on back into your world, perfect. If things do not work out between them and he comes on towards you, absolutely perfect. I'm going to love that. But if ever he does not, I need you to continue anyways. I need you to find that happiness. I need you to find that reason to continue every single day. For the moment, I'm going to say things are not all that good, but things are not horrible neither, sweetie. So I'm going to say they're trying to work through things, but it's not an easy thing. That being said, are they going to be together forever? I do not believe that they're going to be together forever. I don't want to give you any false hope or anything of the such. Into my mind, the number that I am getting is an 8. I'm going to say it is somewhere around the 8 following months they are going to be together. Then I kind of feel like it's just going to crumble upon, sweetie. So, my beautiful, please let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, sweetie. Big Cleo, at this moment, we are with Collective Souls. We're moving over to Maria, and then it is you, my beautiful Big Cleo, by the way. So let me know, my sweetie, if there is anything else I can do for you. My beautiful Alex, I don't have anything from you, my sweetie. I do not have you onto my list, my lovely. I'm going to move on back into PayPal, and I will let you know if maybe you have appeared onto my list. But for the moment, I don't quite see you, my sweetie. So I'm going to be moving on forward over here to Maria. Just one moment. I'm just going to log back in that I have been logged out. And voila. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. And let's go with that. That is good. Okay. Okay, here you go. I've got you, Alex. I do, sweetie. Alex, please do post your question, my sweetie. Please do post your question, my lovely. And I will be with you right after Maria, moving on forward to Big Cleo. So beautiful. Please do leave me your questions, sweetie. I've got you. Sometimes it takes PayPal a fair amount of time. Maria, I do white magic. I don't do black magic, and this is pretty much going to answer everybody into the live if they don't know about it. I do white magic. So white magic will work within somebody's intentions. If their intentions are already towards you, they already do have some feelings towards you, it will be good, it will be positive, it will move on forward. But it is not about modifying somebody's thoughts or wants or attractions. They must already want to have that in order for it to work on through. Therefore, it can take all the way up. It could happen right away, like it could happen within the following 3 months for something to happen in magic. May it be white, may it be gray, or may it be black. But I work with a white, so there was no karma that is affected. I really work with what the person believes and wants and desires. I just kind of give them that little extra push, if you will, to do what they've been wanting to do. Thank you so very much, my beautiful Alex. I will be with you quite momentarily, sweetie. So let's go and see over here for our beautiful Maria. In our last reading, you would have to wait a week for him to text or to you to reach out onto this upcoming Friday. Yes, and there is no other woman, and he's thinking of you. I would like to ask, why hasn't he called, or why hasn't he texted? Very good and valid question. Let's go and find that out, my beautiful Maria. Alex is next, followed out by Big Cleo. So you would like to ask, why hasn't he texted, or why hasn't he called? Okay. He has not quite had the power to do so. Sometimes he kind of feels like there's a little bit of some missed opportunities. Sometimes, actually, at this very moment, he's wondering if it is good for him to do so or not. He's wondering if it is a good situation for him to do, if he's actually seeing a reality the way that he would like to. So what I'm truly trying to say over here, my beautiful, is that he would like to text you, he would like to call you, but he's actually a little bit afraid and being vulnerable, wondering, is this a good idea? Is this really what Maria would like? Is this truly what she wants? I feel as though he's actually living into a lot of self-doubt right now, and this is why nothing has really quite happened. So he's feeling as though, yes, he does have the power to reach out to you, absolutely, but he has not yet reached out because he's wondering if he has actually missed his chance with you. So I'm definitely going to have to say again, if you are interested in him and you do want things to move on forward, it could be a good idea for you to try to reach on out, because at this moment I feel as though he is thinking about you. He is thinking about reaching out, but he's wondering, he is self-doubting himself. Hey, if she has not reached out, maybe I've missed my opportunity. Maybe she doesn't want to be with me anymore. Maybe she's looking towards somebody else. Maybe she's interested into somebody else. So there's a lot of different questions that are just bringing in a lot of self-doubt, therefore not making an actual movement at this moment. So again, I will say to you, for this moment, it is a question of vulnerability, kind of wondering if we miss our chance altogether from our own fault, by the way. So I will say, if you do wish to reach out towards him, if you do want to make that move, you can. Otherwise, you can wait to see if he is going to move on forward, if he's going to continue to procrastinate, or if he will actually make a movement towards you. For the moment, I'm not necessarily seeing a movement. What I'm seeing is that he feels like maybe he has missed some opportunities. Maybe you're interested into somebody else. Maybe this is why you're not actually reaching out, as if he's waiting for you to reach on out at this moment. So I'm going to have to say, if you want things to somewhat unblock into all of this, I kind of feel like you need to reach on out towards him, because right now he is a little bit stuck into a lot of self-doubt, a lot of questioning altogether. You should definitely say that, Maria. You should definitely. Yes. Yes, you should. Yes, definitely. You see each other 3 times a week, a little bit, right? Yes. So he is thinking of you, and he does want to also, but that's exactly what it is. So I'm going to say, reach out towards him and ask him. You say that, you know what, I kind of feel like can I talk to you just for a couple minutes? I just have a couple little things I would like to talk to you about, because we should talk is always a little bit of a scary kind of thing. It kind of scares people. I just ask him, is it possible that we could talk just for a couple minutes? I just have a couple little things I want to tell you. I promise you it won't be very long. And just kind of expose the way that you're feeling at that moment and see what's going to be coming on out for you, sweetie. I feel like you're going to be able to navigate through that, and you're going to be able to open on up and to say what it is that you feel. And unless he's feeling really, really quite, I don't feel as though he's going to be feeling like he is attacked or, afraid or anything. So he should be able to open up towards you also, sweetie. But there is no doubt about it. You do need to talk with him. You do need to unblock things, because if you don't do it at this moment, I don't feel like he's going to be doing it. Now he's just kind of wondering if he missed the whole chance altogether, and he's really afraid. He does like you, Maria. He does. All right, you go for it, my sweetie. You've got the courage. You've got that strength. You go for it, lovely. No, I do not feel as though there's any other woman into the play here. Collective souls, sending you so much love, sweetie. Biggest hug into the whole world. Again, don't forget my email. It is here into the live, and it is on bottom of every single one of my videos, sweetie. Reach out to me if you need to, okay? Let's go and see Alex, followed out by Big Cleo and Zane. Alex, you would like to know a future love relationship. Let's go and find that out. Big Cleo and Zane are up next. So let's go and find this out. For Alex, future love relationship, what do we have? We did not even see Amy. Oh, Amy. No, Amy was not having her party this week. I think it was next week, right? All right. It's odd. We have not seen Amy today. All right. Future love. What seems to be popping up for you? I don't see love into November. I don't really see it into the December, sweetie. I feel as though you have somebody coming on in. For some reason, I'm seeing around the 6th of February. So I will say into the month of February, somebody seems to be coming on in after a certain moment of stagnation where you're wondering where anything is going to happen and where anything is actually going to block. This is where somebody is coming on in. As they come on in, I feel as though there's new creations, there's new beginnings. It is going to be somewhat slow going, though. It's not somebody who's going to come on in. Things are going to be really quick. They're going to jump on in and everything is going to be perfect. It's going to be slow going. There is going to be a little bit of procrastination, if you will, a little bit of being afraid, a little bit of being guarded. I feel like we want to take things one step at a time. We're not looking towards somebody who just wants something that is passionate, something that is sexual. We're looking for somebody who actually wants a long-term relationship. So this person does seem to be of the sign of Scorpio from what I can see at this moment. Somewhere around beginning of February, as I said, February 6th, they seem to be popping into your life and it seems to be slow going. I see an actual relationship coming on out somewhere around mid-March. They seem to have... I'm not going to say dark hair. I'm not going to say blonde. I'm going to say somewhere into between, somewhat of like an ash blonde, like a light brown. I do feel like they do have light brown eyes, also hazel eyes, fairly tall. I feel as though they're fairly in shape. I feel like they're doing good. I feel like their last relationship goes back of 8 months ago. And they don't live all that far away from you, but I don't quite know where you're going to be meeting them. So I will say into the month of February, love seems to be popping on in for you, sweetie. Let me know if there's anything else I can do for you, my lovely. Wishing you a lovely evening, sweetie. Our beautiful big Cleo. Will Z ask you to be his girlfriend this year? And if not this year, when? And is Z developing more feelings for you? Do I see you guys as a couple for the long term and divorce with that wife, right? Let's go see. Let's start off over here. So will Z ask you to be his girlfriend this year? Will Z ask you to be his girlfriend this year? All right. As for this year, I'm seeing a no for the moment. I'm going to say that it is more going to go until next year, sweetie. I see more next year, and I see somewhere around end of January, maybe beginning of February, sweetie. So I will say this year, no. I will say next year, beginning of the year, around the month of February. And is Z developing more feelings for you? Oh, by the way, timestamp. I'm so sorry. Lilith, timestamp at 121 for Big Cleo, please. 121. Is Z developing more feelings for you? I feel as though we are with our beautiful Two of Cups. We are developing more love, more want, more desire, more offerings towards a future, more wanting to move on forward with beautiful and a better and stronger, I'm going to say projects. We are more interested in something that is more stable, that is coming along than something that is just, let's just see each other every once in a while. So I'm definitely going to have to say yes, we want to share the love. We are building onto that beautiful love over here. So that is a yes. And do I see you guys as a couple for the long term? So do I see you as a couple for long term and then divorce? Let's go see. Okay. Let's go and find that out. So do I see you guys into the long term? Our Fool, our King of Pentacles over here. I'm going to say for the moment, we're not necessarily looking for the long term. We're looking for a relationship. We're looking for a commitment, but we're not necessarily looking towards marriage at this moment. Is it something that we're open towards? I will say a yes. I do see over here that we're open to a lot of different adventures, a lot of new beginnings with you. But again, I don't necessarily see a marriage, but I do see a beautiful transition. I do see that we are looking towards the long term. So I will say yes for the long term. And is that going to be happening, right? And the divorce, is that going to be happening, that divorce with that estranged wife? I'm going to go and ask the pendulum right after. So what is going to be happening with that? I will check that out, SB, sweetie. So here we go. SB, I will answer you in just one moment, sweetie, before moving over to Zane. The devil over here, reverse position, living passion, the world, the tower. Absolutely. No more anxiousness towards. I'm going to say within the following 7 to 8 months, I feel like we're going to be working onto that divorce. So I will say yes onto that one. I feel like we're definitely moving towards a divorce, but it's going to be into a few months. So I'm going to say from here till next summertime. I want to know for Big Cleo, will Z ask Big Cleo to be his girlfriend this year? Will Z ask Big Cleo to be his girlfriend this year? Okay, that is a no. When will Z ask Big Cleo to be his girlfriend? Okay. I'm going to have to say end of January, beginning of February. I also want to know, is Z developing more feelings towards our beautiful Big Cleo? So is Z developing more feelings towards Big Cleo? Are we developing beautiful, loving feelings, long-term relationship feelings? That is a yes. And do I see, will Big Cleo and Z be a long-term couple, long-term relationship into the future? And I also want to know, is Z going to be divorcing that wife? All right, let me know, when are we going to be divorcing the wife? Okay, so I'm seeing over here somewhere around next summer, sweetie. Beautiful Big Cleo, sending you so much love, and I will not forget about you for the love spell. Do not worry about it, sweetie. My beautiful SB, are you going to hang out with Guillermo when you come back, and how is that going to be? Let's go and find out. Zane is up next, followed out by Juanson. And the live readings for tonight are closed. So for anybody who is still hanging around, please do stick around and listen to us. You're absolutely welcomed. And thank you for joining us tonight. But we will be back tomorrow for any donations, guys. So we're finishing up with SB, Zane, and Juanson for tonight. So are you going to hang out with Guillermo when you come back? And how is that going to be? Knight of Swords. Are you going to be hanging out? I will say a definite yes. How is it going to be? It's going to be nice. It's going to be somewhat of a symbol of beginning, of wanting to hold on. But at the same time, I kind of feel like you might want a little bit more from Guillermo than what Guillermo necessarily has to offer at that moment. But you're going to feel like it is okay, because I feel like things are going to be sad, things are going to be open, and we're not really hiding anything. So are you going to be, hanging out? Definitely yes. Are you going to have a good time? Absolutely. I feel like everything is going to be absolutely perfect. A lot of happiness, a lot of togetherness, a lot of joyfulness. I just feel like you're going to want a little bit more than what can necessarily be offered at that moment. So you will be a little bit disappointed by that. But other than that, I will say absolutely perfect. Let's go over here. Thank you, my beautiful Alex. And hold on over here just one moment. You just want a good time, right? You don't want to trunk about the future so much, Guillermo, and you what is looking forward. That is it, right? And that is what it is, sweetie. So he said the same. You just need to enjoy yourself. And that's what you got to do, SB. So go for it. Have fun, sweetie. Good night, collective souls. Lovely. Let's go see over here for Zane. So SB, you go and you have some fun, lovely. Zane, how did your uncle feel after you told him what your cousin and her family did to you behind your back and said those terrible things to you? Here we go for Zane. How did your uncle feel after you told him what your cousin and her family did to you behind your back? So how did your uncle feel after you told him what your cousin and her family did to you behind your back? I'm going to have to say over here, we feel as though it was really, really kind of curious. We felt a lot of struggle, a lot of hardship, a lot of loss, a lot of sadness, a lot of endings and closures, a lot of certain finality where you needed to have a lot of strength and you needed to find out what the truth was and you needed to move on forward. But I'm going to have to say, we felt really, really quite sad. I feel as though we felt your pain and your sorrow and your sadness and really just that backstabbing that went along. I feel as though there was a lot of sadness. We felt like there was absolutely unfair and it was not called upon. It's not something that should have happened to you. And you said, did Desmond get scared that you told your uncle everything about him that he did to you to make you suffer? Did Desmond get scared that you told your uncle everything? Let's go see. That you told your uncle everything about him that he did to make you suffer. I'm actually going to have to say a yes over here. We're a little bit afraid about the whole thing because we're wondering, how's the harmony going to be? Are we still going to be able to be together? I still feel as though, yes, we are loyal to you. We do love you so very much, but we've got a lot, and we've done a lot of bad things, which really brought a lot of struggle into your life. And we're wondering, are we ever really going to be accepted or not for everything that we have done towards you? Are we ever going to be forgiven? Because I do feel as though we need to be forgiven. We need to say that we are sorry because it is not something that we truly wanted to do ever. So I'm going to say we're feeling really quite judged and afraid. Yes, afraid about what the future might hold for us and if at some point we will be accepted or not. And how does Desmond feel now that he knows that Sabrina and her family are selfish? Does he view them differently? So how did Desmond feel now that he knows that Sabrina and her family are selfish? A lack of acceptance, a stagnation. I feel as though we always a little bit knew that they were that kind of way. We always knew that they were, yes, somewhat selfish. But are we willing to view them differently? I feel like we're still a little bit holding on. I feel like we still don't completely want to believe the whole story. So we do have a certain resistance to change over here. We know that at some point we're going to have to figure something out. We're going to have to maybe change our opinion. But at this moment, I do not feel as though we're ready for that. I'm seeing deception. I'm seeing manipulation. I'm seeing all of that as though they are somewhat untrustworthy and even bad news. But at the same time, I feel like we're holding on to the idea that they could be good, that they could maybe have done something. Maybe it has been misinterpreted into some kind of way. So it's as if we know that they have done something bad, but we don't quite want to accept it at this moment as that they're that evil or they're that bad. And what is your mom thinking? You're talking to your uncle about today. What is my mom thinking that you're talking to your uncle today? Is she worried also what will happen regarding you and Osmond moving on forward? Let's go see if she is worried about that. And let's go and see what's going on with you and Osmond moving on forward. So is she worried? I'm actually going to have to say yes over here. She's worried about what is necessarily being said, what is being said, what is being done, because we want to have that family. We want to have those memories. We want to have that healing. I feel like we want to have that beautiful moment together, and we don't really know what is necessarily being said. We're a little bit afraid about that. We're afraid about what's going to be coming on out that we don't necessarily know about. We're actually really afraid about secrets, about things that we don't know, that we don't have control over. And I don't feel as though we want to lose control of our family, of the reunion, of us being together, of that certain unity. So this is what we're actually quite afraid about. So I'm going to say that it is a yes. We are afraid. We are worried because we don't want to lose that certain unity within the family. So this is a little bit of a problem altogether. And what's going to happen regarding you guys moving on forward with you and Osmond? Let's go see. So what will happen regarding you and Osmond moving on forward? What will happen? There will be a couple little conflicts. I feel there will be a certain imbalance. There will a little bit of chaos altogether for a certain amount of time, with maybe even a little bit of lack of harmony altogether, because there has been a lot of excess. There has been a lot of things that have been said. We're going to be feeling as though they're a little bit cold-hearted at first. They're a little bit maybe angry, maybe a little bit seeking attention. But after that, with hard work and patience, I feel as though things are going to become okay. We're going to become dependable and reliable. And I feel like that steady, beautiful progress is going to be on its way. So there's going to be a couple of moments where things are going to be a little bit more complicated. It's going to be like living a little bit onto a roller coaster. But after that, I feel like things are going to actually stabilize themselves. You're going to have steady progress, and you're actually going to be moving on forward instead of moving on back or staying into that stagnation. Let me know, my beautiful Zane, if there's anything else I can do for you, sweetie. Juanson, give me one moment. I'm going to be moving on forward to you. Okay, just give me 1 second, sweetie. All right, Watson, here we go. Oh, you're good. All right, let's go for it, sweetie. So let's start off with, hold on, I finally did manage to open it. And yeah, you were cleaning, you say, and you're watching some shows, which you rarely do, right? Of course. Oh, no, still, honestly, I think you have not had a music lesson in like 3 weeks, right? I know. Okay, well, let's go see what I've got going on over here, which, by the way, welcome back. Thank you. I was not gone all that far, but yeah, thank you. I was not even gone all that long. Maybe 30 seconds? Maybe? I don't know. Okay, let's go for it. So, Watson. Let's do things a little bit differently. Here we go. Let's go and see what we've got. I'm going to take out cross. We're going to do things differently tonight. I don't know. I feel like it. Let's go for it, Watson. Let's go with this one. And hold on. I want to take another deck out, Watson. Hold on. I'm not going very far. I'm just going, whoops, over here. Okay. Here we go. I have some decks that are far, but I have some that are really close on by. So let's do that. Let's take out a couple of these cards and let's just go wild. Let's just do something completely different tonight, Watson. That. Here we go. Let's take out some other cards. Yeah, you like different, right? Yeah, no. Otherwise, we get bored, right? We got to do something else. Another deck? No, they're not new decks. Oh, yes, I do have one, though. Oh, my gosh, yes, because I have so many of them. It's not a new deck. I've had it for a long time, ooh la la. But I never use it, so... yeah, I don't use it, so let's go for it, and let's go see what we've got coming upon for you. Let's go wild over here, Watson. It is actually a tea leaf reading deck is what I'm moving on forward towards. So it's a tea leaf. I just never use them. Guys, if you only knew, I must have about, I don't know, I must have at least 40 decks. I have not even opened, and I've had them there for like a year. They're just kind of sitting there doing nothing. Yeah, I guess I wanted them and I was excited about them, but then I got unexcited about them. I got busy. I don't know what happened. Okay. Okay, here we go. And let's go see. Darrow, I prefer not to answer that question. I actually believe that we need a beautiful equilibrium between men and women to have anything function upon. I believe we all have our strengths and we all have our forces and our weaknesses, and I feel as though we complete each other. It doesn't really matter where we are into this world. So I'm going to say it is not about all men ruling. It is not about all women ruling. It is about the competences that we have, and I feel as though we are able to complement each other into everything. So that would be my utmost answer for you. Yeah, you like different, don't you? Let's go for it, sweetie. So we're going to move on forward to the tea leaf deck right after. Here we go. Smack into the middle of the card. What are we getting over here? And yes, this is what I want to start off with. What I can see into the middle is about being kind of stuck, being stuck into a position where we don't really know what to do. We don't really know what to say. We're just kind of stuck there, right? What you need to do to actually get unstuck, by the way, is somebody needs, and most likely over here, it is you. It is not her, but it is you. I know that you're waiting to see her. I know that whenever you do see her, you will be able to do something over here, right? I don't believe so, Darrow. I'm sorry, sweetie. I don't believe so. I don't believe that it's because of men that there is a war, sweetie. I will say over here altogether that I feel as though you are going to have to do something. Thank you, Lilith. I was going to do that also. I have answered enough of those questions. But I will say altogether over here that I believe that you're going to have to do something at some point over here to have something kind of begin, something to kind of happen, right? As we move on forward over here, I know that you're stuck into a position where you're feeling like there is some heartache, there is some sadness, there is some unknown, almost some sorrow, or almost feeling like we're a little bit broken, right? I know that it's got to be what it is, sweetie, honestly. I still, and I will say it again, men and women, doesn't really matter which orientation you are in. We are there for a reason, and we complement each other. So that's what I have to say between men and women. Other than that, what I'm seeing over here, some heartache, you're feeling kind of broken, but there's nothing that you can do. And I can see that you're not walking away, you're not doing anything with our Eight of Cups in reverse position. No, it's all good. You were fast enough. I was just kind of, I guess, replying to it. I felt compelled to say something. Thank you, Zane. Also, I'm getting over here with the Lovers. This is divine love. It is beautiful love. It is true love. It is precious love. It is of the purest kind of all. So this is not about a flirtatious kind of thing. It is not something that's just going to pass on by. It is something that needs to be evolved. It is something that needs to be explored, but it is something that needs beautiful time. With anything into life, it is like with Gaia. You plant that beautiful seed. What do? You got to let it grow, right? Sometimes you get more sun. Sometimes you get more clouds. Sometimes it grows a little bit more. Sometimes it stays a little bit stagnant. But the important thing is at some point it ends up growing, and that the connection and that everything is still there around it. This is a little bit what Spirit is trying to tell you at this moment, sweetie. I know, seriously, Lilith. It was just the weirdest thing ever. And some people truly do believe into it, Lilith. They do. I don't. I really believe if you've got the competence to be into a place, then you've got it, and good for you. Doesn't matter who you are. Also, what I can see over here, the Star, we've got a lot of hopes, we've got a lot of wants, we've got a lot of desires all together. What do we need in order to make things move? We need actions. We need movement forward, but you can't force anything now, can you? You want to move on forward, but what you're needing over here is for that beautiful High Priestess. You need Elizabeth to start showing herself, to start doing something. Otherwise, you're not a magician. You can hope and you can want and you can have all the beautiful thoughts that you want and beautiful manifestations, and they are perfect. And you must keep them. What you throw out to the universe is so very important, but she's got to show herself at some point. So you can use your beautiful talents and you can move on forward within it all. What I can see over here, hello, I dash, sweetie, is that we do have a beautiful creation of life. We do have some abundance. We do have some beautiful fertility and some wantings and some beginnings within this relationship. But it is so very important over here so that we do not feel left out, because at this moment we're feeling like we're a little bit left out. We're a little bit onto the side, right? So this is what I'm seeing for the moment over here, my lovely. Let's go like this and like that, and voila. I know, I agree, Lilith. It has nothing to do. It does, honestly. May you be a man or may you be a woman. It changes nothing. As long as you've got what it takes, that's all that's necessary. Let's go and see over here. So this is what I'm getting a little bit into my in-depth reading. Let's put it that way. Let's go see what the tea leaf reading cards have to say to you. Let's just try that out. My beautiful I dash, I have not seen you or anything coming from you from a long time. When did you miss your reading, sweetie? Please post your question, I dash. I do not remember when that was, sweetie. It must have been quite a while ago, lovely. Please do post your question. I will answer you before we leave, lovely. Let's go see over here what I do have for you. From what I can see over here into the tea leaf cards. I know, right, love? It is, sweetie. From what I can see over here, I'm getting the house, which is telling me that we're looking for comfort. We're looking for stability. We're looking for security and family all together. But what you're truly feeling is that you're a little bit trapped. You're kind of trapped between four walls, wanting something, but not quite really coming your way, right? I feel as though it's a little bit of a heavy load that seems to be carrying upon you at this moment, where we're working, we're doing a lot of things, but we're not necessarily getting what it is that we want. The love that we actually want is somewhat hidden. It's a little bit onto the side. We don't really know how to go and get it. What we got to look at over here, Spirit is telling you, you need to be strong. You need to have leadership. You need to be strong. You need to look for that beautiful triumph. You need to have beautiful patience. Because you know what, it is going to happen when it is due to happen, and we can't really do anything in between. In the moment, I know that you're feeling like you're a little bit lonely, you're a little bit feeling aside, a little bit sad, but you need to know over here that we're slowly working our way towards you, sweetie. And this is what you need to know, my lovely. Oh, I-Dash, please do post your questions, sweetie. I will answer you before we do leave, my lovely. I have no doubt about you, sweetie. I have no doubt. Sometimes things are strange into the super chat or into YouTube live streaming. Sometimes we love YouTube, but sometimes there are some technical difficulties, sweetie. Please do post your question, my lovely. Let me go and give you a couple messages over here from angels, messages coming from her. And then I'll go see Zane and I-Dash. Let's go see over here. Message from the angels. This is a message from your angels to be diplomatic and to be compassionate towards your fellow brothers and sisters. Speak your truth to them through your divine light and your life's purpose. Remember to maintain harmony within so that it can be displayed outward into your beautiful world. And your angels are giving you a message to let you know that you need to move on forward. You need to continue. You need to believe into your self-esteem and into your confidence in order to get what you truly want and deserve right here, right now, sweetie. We're going to move over to the truthful deck because it is a truthful deck, right? Channeled messages from R. Absolutely, I-Dash. Absolutely, sweetie. How are you doing, by the way, my lovely? Other than connection problems, are you doing okay, my beautiful I-Dash? So let's go find out over here, Juanson. I need more balance into my life altogether. I do want you to know that we could be absolutely perfect together. I do feel as though I could be your hero over here. Now is not quite the right time for us, though, but I already feel as though you already know that. I know that you dream about me. I know that I dream about you, and I feel as though we meet each other into our dreams. And I want you to know that I just want you really all of the time. You moved to a different city for work. Is work doing good for you into this new city, my beautiful I-Dash? Zane is up next, followed out by I-Dash. Let's go and give you a couple more messages over here, Juanson. My world is somewhat dark without you. I want you to, or I'm wondering, will you wait for me? I do absolutely feel your energy. I want you to know that you are never very far from my mind. And can you actually truly feel my love? Let's go see Zane. How will your aunt react to your uncle when he confronts her about what she did to you? Will she feel embarrassed? Okay. How is your aunt going to react to your uncle? How is that going to go? Four of Pentacles over here, followed out by our Strength card. I feel as though she's going to be holding on to her story. I feel as though she's not really going to be wanting to change anything at this moment. I feel as though she's going to be missing some courage and some strength. She's going to try to honestly, she's going to feel as though she's stuck into a position that she does not want to be into. She's going to try to kind of squirm out of it as most as possible. If she's able to lie, she will. If she is able to just kind of pass on through without being too affected, she will. I don't feel as though she is going to say yes to every single thing that your uncle is going to say. I feel like she's going to try to maybe manipulate the truth or manipulate something that has been said so she doesn't seem all that bad off. So is she actually going to agree to every single thing? Absolutely not. She's going to try to make herself seem as good and as positive as possible. Like she's not the one that has done all that much altogether. Is she herself going to be feeling embarrassed? Absolutely. But again, is she going to say that she has done all of those things and said those things? No. She's going to try to relieve herself from as much responsibility as possible. I'm sorry, my beautiful Zane. I do not feel like it is right. I do not feel like it is just. I just don't feel like it's right for you. And it's not really giving you that liberty and that freedom and that turning of a page like you should have, sweetie. Absolutely, Zane. Absolutely, sweetie. No doubt about it. You think that he will think that she's lying? Absolutely, no doubt about it. He's not necessarily going to have the 100% certainty of it, but there's no doubt about it. He's going to know that she is lying. No doubt, Zane. No doubt, sweetie. Let me give you some channeled messages from our Let's Go For, sweetie, and let's start on off over here. Let's start off with a truthful deck, why don't we? I'm sending you so much love, my beautiful Zane. You're absolutely right anyways. There's no doubt about it. Yes, yes, and yes. Will he think that she's lying? Absolutely. Yes, no doubt about it. I saw it into the cards. It is a yes, my beautiful Zane. My beautiful let me please hold you into my life, into my love. I have never really imagined so much perfection. Into the future, what might happen? I'm not too sure. I'm getting a little bit of a maybe. I feel as though I myself have received a lot of wrongful advice from different people around me. But I do want you to know that I do still love you. I do still care for you. And I have definitely not let go of you. I am still holding on to you. And I don't want to let go of you altogether. I don't quite know what to do with this connection, but I don't want to let go of you. Hold on. Let's go over here, my beautiful Just one moment. Okay. You mean absolutely everything to me. I want you to tell me whenever I'm doing something wrong, whenever something seems off. I want you to know that you are a big part of my happiness. I absolutely love how positive you are. I do want you to know that I know that not everything is perfect, but you have absolutely brought out the very best in me. I want to be able to help you. I want to be able to help you heal your heart as best as possible. Also, I do want you to know that I am so much in love with you, and I will do absolutely everything for you. I don't ever want you to question my love for you. And let's go over here. I wish that things were different between us. I'm scared. I also get quite nervous. I need more time to heal. I need more time to love myself at this moment. But I am ready to take off my mask, and I am ready to be quite real with you. I want you to know that I cannot stop thinking about you, and you are truly always in my dreams. Sometimes I stare at my phone and I just kind of become stuck. And I do truly miss talking to you. Thank you, beautiful Jody. Wishing you a lovely evening, sweetie. A beautiful eye dash. Sending you so much love. I hope that you're happy where you are within the new city, within your new position. Sending everybody so much love. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. Sweet dreams, everybody. Have the most beautiful day. Don't forget about that super lunar eclipse that is coming upon us onto Tuesday. Don't forget to do your manifestation, guys, if you do wish to have something beautiful come your way with beautiful and strong energy. See you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Sweet dreams. And thank you for blessing this beautiful channel. See you guys tomorrow.